What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to give my prediction for Game Week 10 in the Premier League. Starting off at St James's Park, Newcastle against Arsenal. Newcastle are currently winless in 5 games. Arsenal winless in 2. It's a 12:30 kickoff as well. Newcastle at home are very hard to beat and they lost their last game. I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row. I've gone with a 1-1 draw. They've got a draw against Man City here. And the way they play against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup is fantastic. It's a game that Arsenal do kind of need to win, but going away to St James's Park is so tough, and they did lose their last season as well. But it's not all doom and gloom for them, because in the Bournemouth-Man City game, I'm also predicting a 1-1 draw here, because Manchester City are going through a horrible injury crisis. You know, Walker's out, Rodri's out, Kevin De Bruyne is out, Savinho, Doku, Grealish and Oscar Bob are all out as well. Oh, and Akanji as well, I forgot about him, he's one of the most important players. They are going through it right now. And they have not been convincing at all this season, apart from the first month. Since from the Arsenal game onwards, they've played horribly, but they're still getting results. Bournemouth at home have been fantastic. They beat Arsenal. They were very unlucky to lose against Chelsea, because on another day that ends 6-0 to Bournemouth. But also, Man City do just have a knack of playing horribly this season and getting results. I wouldn't be surprised to see them win, but I'm going 1-1. Huge clash in the bottom of the table now, Ipswich against Leicester. Two teams that came up last season. I'm going with the 2-1 Ipswich win because Fatawu is out for Leicester and Ipswich have to win this. If they don't win, they are down in my opinion. It's not so definitive for Leicester because they already do have a fair few points on the board, but it would also be nice for them to get a couple more and take them off a relegation rival. Defensively, Leicester have been too open in my opinion. So have Ipswich to be fair, but that agrees Leicester could be amongst the goals. Liverpool against Brighton. I've gone with another draw here. I'm going 2-2. Brighton are such a bipolar team, especially defensively. Like, there's some games where they can defend so well, like against Newcastle, second half against Tottenham. But then there's other games, like against Wolves last time, or against Chelsea, where they're just horrific. If they're fantastic, I think they will get something. But if they play like they did against Chelsea, Liverpool could win 6-0. Liverpool did win this game in the Carabao Cup in midweek, but as Newcastle proved against Chelsea, the Cup and the League result could be completely different. And the record between these two teams over the last couple of years has not exactly been one-sided, it's been very even. Nottingham Forest against West Ham. I've gone with another draw here, I'm going 1-1. Nottingham Forest at home haven't been quite as convincing as I have away, because teams do sit back a bit more against them. And I think West Ham will probably do that as well, because, I mean, given the fact they've got Julian Lopetegui as a manager, that is what they're going to do. Although both teams do have a significant threat on the counter-attack as well. But Somerville's got to start this game, I think. It'll be criminal if he's left out again and start on the bench. Callum Hudson-Odoi is getting so close to another goal, man. He was fantastic against Leicester. He was very unlucky not to score. Southampton against Everton. Huge game again towards the bottom end of the table. I already think Southampton are gone, but if they lose here, there's no chance of them staying up. And I think they will lose. I'm going 2-0 to Everton, because they've been really good. They're actually 5 games unbeaten right now. Dwight McNeil should be fit to start. Jared Branthwaite is back as well, which is huge. And yeah, I just don't see how Southampton get anything, because at home especially they try and push on a bit more to get punished at the back, because they make too many mistakes. Wolves against Crystal Palace, another huge game at the bottom end of the table. Two teams have massively underperformed this season, especially Crystal Palace. Did get their first win last week, but in midweek they did win in the West Midlands. However, Adam Wharton and Verez, they both picked up injuries. Wolves have not got any points at home so far this season. They're not going to get a much better chance to get some, because Palace will be very light in the forward areas. They're not going to have a lot of creativity. Although Palace were fantastic defensively last game, I do think Wolves are going to win. I'm going 2-1. I think if Wolves don't win here, they're going to be in a bit of trouble. The next game is Southampton, so if they can win 2 in a row, that might get them out of the relegation zone. Tottenham against Aston Villa, a huge game here between two teams who undoubtedly will be looking to be qualifying for the Champions League next season. Horrible news for Tottenham though. Mickey van der Ven picked up an injury in the Carabao Cup against Manchester City. It's unclear how long he'll be out for, but he'll probably miss this game, because if he doesn't, he'll probably make his injury worse. I'm going with a 2-2 draw. Villa did win here last season 2-1, and I could see that happening again. Aston Villa have won the last 2 meetings at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Last season, obviously, Tottenham were heavily riddled with injuries, and without Van der Ven, it's going to be very difficult for them to win here. So I have gone with the 2-2 draw, because, yeah, they can't replace Van der Ven, man. Like, Dragusin is a good player, and I think he's probably due a start, because Romero hasn't been very good, but he cannot do what Van der Ven can do. And with the Doggy not looking properly fit, Spence still out injured, they are very light at the back. And obviously Aston Villa are a very good team. Going forward, Ramsey has been fantastic as of late. Watkins has started to be amongst the goals a bit more now as well. I think if there was a winner, I'd be inclined to go Villa in that one as well. Manchester United against Chelsea could be the first time that Ruben Amorim takes charge of the Red Devils. Even if it's not, I'm backing Man United to win. I'm going 2-1. I mean, they scored 5 goals in midweek against Leicester, including a Casemiro rocket. Obviously, Man United will have to keep Cole Palmer quiet if they are going to get anything here. They did win 2-1 last season though and completely dominated the game. I'm hoping Mason Mount is back and he comes on and scores a winner. That would be beautiful. Finally, West London derby between Fulham and Brentford. I've gone with the 2-1 Fulham win because Brentford have not won a single game on the road yet this season. They've lost all of their away games, although they have been against some very tough opponents. They did win 3-0 at College last season, but Fulham have to end their little slump they're in. They're winless in their last 3. They're not going to want to continue that streak against their local rivals either. And I think overall this season they've played better football. So I'm going to back them to get the job done. I'd like both teams to lose, but that's not possible, is it? There's my predictions. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you soon for another video.